Hi everyone, welcome back to Plant Happens and Happy New Year. I know this video is going up a little bit too late for New Year's, but I still wanted to wish everybody a Happy New Year and hopefully you had a relaxing holidays with your friends and family. As some of you may know, Christmas time was a little bit hectic in my household because my children were sick. But now they're better and they're back to school, giving me more time to focus on work and maybe making more videos. So I hope you will enjoy my videos, and I'm hoping to upload more consistently. I feel like I talk about this every video, so I'm just not gonna touch on that. I was looking at my plants and I feel like in 2022, the first half of 2022, I was still buying lots of plants, but I feel like the last half of the year, I wasn't purchasing as many plants as before, and I am happy about that because I think I am more content with the plants I have. Even though I do sell plants on my website, I am not selling plants to make that my main source of income. I started my business just so I could share some of the plants that I have, and I have habit of buying multiple plants as an insurance basically, because sometimes you import plants, not all of them survive. So sometimes I buy 3-5 of the same plants. So I thought it would be nice to start a business where I can sell some of the excess I have, and especially with Hoyas or Philodendrons I'm constantly propagating. I wanted an outlet to sell them. So I started the business, but I wasn't actively getting more plants in because I feel like I was content with my collection, and two, the plants I really want are really out of my budget. I think most of the plants that's on my wish list are very, very expensive, so I'm waiting for them to become more available so I can purchase them without feeling guilty or without feeling bad about spending that much money, because there are so many plants that we bought from 2020, 2021 that was so expensive and now they're so affordable. And even though I got to grow them and enjoy them before it got affordable, so I am happy that I have these plants, but it still kind of make you feel sad that plants that was like $500, maybe now I can purchase them for like $50. So I am happy that it's more available to everybody, but I'm not happy that I had to spend more money than I needed to. So I think that's second reason why I didn't buy as many plants on the last 6 months of 2022. And for 2023, I think that's gonna continue. For my business, I am planning to mainly sell plants that I'm gonna propagate. Of course, if I come across cool plants that I really want and they are not ridiculously expensive, I will probably buy some plants along the way. But I don't see myself buying a lot of expensive plants this year. Especially I am trying to focus on paying off more bills and paying, like, we have mortgage on the house. So I'll try to be more budget conscious, money conscious, I guess. I am sharing this wish list mainly to share with you what type of plants I'm into, and also maybe show you some of the plants that maybe you are not aware of, and share why I enjoy them and maybe why they're popular too. And yeah, so without keep blabbing on, let's get into my wish list. So throughout the video, I will be looking at photos on my phone, so to remind myself and show to look at the photos so I can talk about why I enjoy them. And so I hope you don't mind that. And I have some notes in my notepad too, so I'll be looking at that too. Okay, so these are the top 7 wishlist plant of 2023. Okay, so the first plant on my wishlist plants of 2023 is Syngonium Chia Pens variegated. I'll be inserting photo here as I go. So this plant I think was first introduced on Instagram, or like I came to learn about this plant in 2021, and it was very expensive. I think it was at least couple $1,000 USD. So I wasn't about to spend that much money, knowing that Syngoniums grow really fast. So I assumed that the price will start to drop, and I do see the price has dropped a lot, at least in Canada, but they're still quite expensive. And if I am buying any plants from this list, I think this could be one of them because of the price drop. And I really enjoy the variegation pattern on this plant. It's very similar to the most common arbor Syngonium, the Syngonium podophyllum arbor variegated. That one is one of my first variegated plants that I owned, and I still really love it. But the part I don't love is how thin the leaves are. And the Chia Pens, I've grown the frosted heart and also the green version, and I do really enjoy the leaf texture. It's a lot thicker than other Syngonium, so I think it will be harder to grow, and I had good luck growing the other versions of Chia Pens. So yeah, I would really love to add this plant to my collection this year. But yeah, I think I see them for sale maybe once a month or every other month or so in Canada. But yeah, they're still a little bit out of my price range. But if it becomes like couple $100 for maybe 1 or 2 leaf cutting, I will definitely purchase one. The second plant on my wish list this year is Philodendron Golden Dragon variegated. I have loved this plant for a really long time, but it is still so expensive. I don't think I've seen any for sale locally, so I don't think I'll be adding this to my collection. But you never know. Sometimes some people would just sell it for like below the market price, and if that happens, I would be jumping on it, but I kind of doubt it. So as you can see on the photo, this plant has that interesting shape that is a little bit similar to like Florida Ghost or the pedatum shape, but a lot more rounded. I don't know how to explain, but the edges of the leaves are a lot more rounded rather than like a pointy end. If I can own this plant eventually, I'll be so happy. So I really enjoy the way it's variegated, and it looks like ruffles, like ruffled blouse. I don't know how to explain it, but like this one I'm showing right now is maybe more mature, longer leaf specimen, and it shows more of the layers of different color of a variegation. So like this kind of leaf really I'm really attracted to this kind of variegation, and I think a lot of people agree that's why this plant is sought after, I'm assuming. So yeah, but as I mentioned, this one is very expensive now, so I am for now gonna just admire from afar. The third plant I wanna share is Anthurium Ace of Spades. To be honest, I'm surprised that I haven't bought this plant yet. I've wanted this plant for over 2 years, probably 3 years now. And I remember when I just started collecting plants, seeing this plant and thinking it's pretty, but I was not growing anthuriums at the time, but it was not as expensive. But then I think it was not popular when it was first introduced for whatever reason, and then people stopped growing it. I think the nurseries or growers in Asia or other places were not selling them anymore. And then I guess it became scarce, but then people started liking the dark velvety anthuriums, and somehow it just like became super popular and expensive. And I think there are dark form and green form, and the one I like specifically is the dark form. As you know, I love dark velvety leaves. But for Ace of Spades, I don't think it's as velvety as Dark Phoenix. Dark Phoenix, when you shine the lights on it, it looks really velvety. But for Ace of Spades, when I look at photos and I look at my friend's specimens, it looks almost matte but with shine. I don't know how to explain. Maybe like a satin finish, like the satin texture. So without the light, it looks quite matte and dark, but when you shine lights on it, it has a little bit of sparkle, just not as much as Dark Phoenix. But I just really love the way the color of it. It has almost blue but also purple tint to it, and the venations in like when it's just starting to grow, it looks very pronounced, but when it's hardened off, it's very subtle. I like both of them. So I'm really hoping to add this to my collection this year, simply because I've been wanting it for a really long time. But I know it's still going for very expensive. But one thing I'm happy about is that in 2021 to maybe even early 2022, there were a lot of confusion on this plant. A lot of sellers from Southeast Asia were selling random dark-ish anthuriums as Ace of Spades, and none of them were Ace of Spades. I'm very happy that now in North America we are buying like with the proper ID of Ace of Spades, because what happened before is that we in North America import plants from Asia that was marketed as Ace of Spades, and we propagate and sell them as Ace of Spades, which they were not. So yeah, I don't know why I went on this tangent about this whole story, but I think what I'm saying is that since I have really good chance or like good understanding of what they're supposed to look like, and I will be able to buy the actual Ace of Spades in North America from trusted sellers. So I'm really hoping to add this to my collection as well this year, simply because it's been on my wish list for really long time. So wish me luck. The next plant I want to talk about is Anthurium Dark Phoenix with red veins, or the red sinus. I don't think there is sorry, I don't think there is an official name for this plant, but I think the last maybe 4 months or so of 2022, we started seeing this variety of Dark Phoenix. And as many of you know, I love my Dark Phoenix. It's probably my very favorite Anthurium from my collection. So when I saw that it has a red vein version, like why wouldn't I want it? Same as all the other plants on this wish list, this is still very expensive, and I don't even know if anybody in North America has it, or like maybe they have it but maybe they don't sell it, right? Because it's pretty new in the market. But I'm not sure if this is a hybrid of Dark Phoenix with something else, or it's just mutation. But when you look at the contrast between the leaf and the red vein, it's just so pretty. And the darkness of the leaf blade looks like even blacker than my regular Dark Phoenix. The Dark Phoenix I have is very dark, but it has like the blue-green tint to it. And when you look at it in person, I think you will say it's green rather than black. But at least on the photos for these red vein Dark Phoenix, the leaf blade really looks like black when it's still not fully hardened. I think when it's fully hardened, it loses almost all the redness. I think it maybe keeps a little bit of redness in the sinus. I really doubt the vein's gonna stay red, but as far as I can tell from the photo, it looks much more red than the regular Dark Phoenix. So in a way, I kind of want to compare it so I can see like really what the differences are. I tend to do this like when similar plants of different variety becomes available on the market. I just wanna buy them and compare and see if there are really any difference or it's just growing condition. And I feel like that's the case for a lot of plants. So yeah, but nevertheless, it is such a stunning plant that I most likely won't be acquiring this year because I wouldn't have budget for it. But if someone came up to me on Instagram and say like, hey, I have a cutting, maybe we can do a trade, or maybe they can sell it for me to me for reasonable price, I wouldn't be opposed to it, obviously. I mean, look at it. Who wouldn't want this? So that's all of the arrows on my wish list. I feel like I wanted to keep this video really short, but I just like keep talking about them. So I'm gonna try to edit them down a little bit. Hopefully I will be able to do that. But anyways, let's get into Hoyas. So I have 2 Hoyas on my list. You might expect me to have a lot more Hoyas on my wish list, but these are the 2 that came to my mind right away. I have a lot of Hoyas that I would love to have, but I don't categorize them as like a wish list plant. They're more like, oh, it'd be nice to have Hoyas. So these 2 are the ones that, you know, I would seek out if I was financially not stable, if I have extra money, I guess. But yeah, so when I thought about what's my dream Hoyas, these are the 2 that came to my mind. So the first one is Hoya carnosa Crimson Queen with splash. So Hoya carnosa Crimson Queen is very common that, you know, you can find them at nurseries, big box stores. I have one hanging on my window. I think a lot of people enjoy it because it can sun stress, really pink. That's why the name is Crimson Queen. But when I saw the photo online with the splash, I just really fell in love with it. I know the Argentea Queen / Picta, I think, is almost similar, but it's just not the same. I think carnosa leaves are just a lot more, I don't know how to explain, but the Argentea leaves are kind of not perfect, but Crimson Queen leaves are a lot more perfect shape as a leaf. I don't know how to explain it. It's just not like it's not rough on the edges. It's just pristine looking, and with the splash, I think it looks better than Argentea Picta in my opinion. I know some of my friends are also looking for them, and also because carnosa, all the Hoya carnosa are comes with a little bit of splash, and they all have potential to produce more splash. So you know, a lot of time I will go to big box stores or nursery, then I'll look at the Crimson Queen they have and see if I can find one, but so far no luck. But I don't even know anybody selling these plants. I think collectors are kind of sharing with each other what they have. So yeah, I would love to find one this year, but I don't know how available it will be because of how scarce it is for now. But I think there is potential because, you know, Hoyas grow really fast, and I do see Hoya prices drop drastically within a year. So yeah, I'm hoping like Arois, I don't see myself buying all these plants, but maybe Hoyas I will splurge and get one for my birthday or something like that. So yeah, I have only seen maybe couple of people sharing this on Instagram. Probably more people have it, but I've only really seen like 2 or 3 people sharing this on Instagram, and I haven't seen anybody in Canada share it. I think maybe some people have it, but they're not sharing until maybe it's growing bigger. So yeah, hopefully it becomes more available in 2023. The next Hoya I have on my wish list is Hoya pandurata Silver. I think it's called Tsiang Silver, Hoya pandurata Tsiang Silver, or Hoya pandurata Splash. I would be happy with either of these ones. I know this plant is pretty popular, but I feel like it's kind of a divisive one. Some people really don't see why this is special, but I find the leaf shape to be really adorable. It's kind of like pointy at the end, but like it's pointy, and then it kind of has a waist almost, and then I don't know, it's just really adorable shape. And I actually really like the splashy version more than the faux silver, but I might change my opinion as the time progresses, you know, because silver Hoyas are always popular. So I've looked on Instagram, but not a lot of people are sharing photos of this particular Hoya. But I have some friends also looking for it, so hopefully it also becomes pretty not cheap, but like more available in Canada, because right now I don't see many available in Canada, especially more silver one. I don't really see the green version very available here too, so maybe it's just not popular, but I personally find it really cute, and I hope you find it cute too. So those are 2 Hoyas that's on my top wish list. I feel like I rushed through Hoya, but I really wanted to keep this video short, so yeah, I didn't talk too much about them. But last but not least, I have other category, because I feel like Arois and Hoyas are the 2 big categories that genus of plants I like, but I do grow some other genus of plants, and I do have some succulents as well. And fun fact, maybe not fun, but I actually started collecting plants in 2018 or 19. I started with succulents, and I only had succulents for a while before I started collecting tropical plants. So I do still have some succulents. I don't have a lot of them. I just find them very difficult because they require a lot of light, and yeah, so I just have maybe under 20 succulents now, and this one I would love to add to my collection because it's just way too cute, and I don't really know how to say the name. It's Miriam hortenseae. It basically is like green fuzzy eggs. Last year I've posted on several Facebook groups looking for it, but I don't think people have this available in Canada, not even North America. I'm sure somebody has it, but I haven't found anybody who is selling them. I looked into maybe importing from somewhere else. It seems more popular in Japan and Korea, but the only things I can find are seeds. And I get it because succulents are actually kind of hard to import and acclimate, so I see a lot of people do grow succulents from seeds, but I've never imported seeds and I don't know how to do it. So, and I've also never grown succulents from seeds, so I'm just not confident in growing them. So basically right now I'm just patiently waiting for it to become available in Canada. And yeah, who wouldn't want fuzzy green little eggs to grow? And when they grow new growth, I'm not sure if they separate into two pieces or it just grow from the base. I can't really tell from the photo, but when they're side by side, they're so cute too. Like they actually look like a bud, like fuzzy green bud when they're like side by side. So who doesn't want fuzzy little green eggs or fuzzy little green buds? I don't know, like everybody should want it. But if you know where I can buy this, let me know, because I really want it. And this is one of the plants I've been wanting for a really long time as well. And as difference between this and the rest of the plants are that the rest of the plants I kind of know if I wanted to spend the money, I can get them. If I have $5,000 and I want to buy all of the plants, I could probably do it. But this one, I don't even know where to start. I don't know where to find it. I don't know how much they're supposed to cost. Okay, so those were the 7 wishlist plants for 2023. Even though I say they're wishlist plants, I don't like I mentioned, I'm not gonna buy all of these plants. Maybe, hopefully I can get like a couple of them. Anyways, I'm trying to stay more financially responsible this year. And please let me know what your wishlist plans are for this year. I'd love to learn like new plants that I've never seen before. If you liked this video, please hit the like button. It helps my channel's visibility a lot. And also, if you like to see more videos from me, please hit the subscribe button and maybe also the notification button if you want to be notified when I upload a new video. Anyways, I hope 2023 will be a great year for you and me, and I hope to see you back here again. Bye now.